Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. After beating the Hoenn gym leaders, it's time for Shuppet to challenge the Elite Four and the champion. Before that, I should explain the rules of the challenge. You are probably already familiar with the main ones, but some are most definitely different from what you expect. I'll put the rule set on screen for a few seconds. Pause the video if you are interested, or just check the description below. During the battles, you'll see on the right a whiteboard with some extra information about the strategy, as well as the IV and EV of the Shuppet I'm using. I don't really talk about it during the video, but each Shuppet needs very specific stats in order for the strategy to work as consistently as possible. I think that's all for now. Enjoy the video and say hi to Sydney. Despite being the Dark-type trainer of the Elite Four, only 2 of Sydney's Pokémon actually have a Dark-type move. One of them is my Tiena. As he comes out, my attack gets dropped by Intimidate, but my White Herb restores it right away. He will pretty much always use Sand Attack on the first turn, so I have to set up a substitute to prevent the accuracy drop. My Tiena doesn't have the best special attack, but special defense is Shuppet's worst stat, so he actually sees a kill with Crunch here. I fished for a decent Bug-type hidden power, and thanks to Ambolane's great attack, my Tiena is a 2-hit KO. I lose the substitute in the process, but it shouldn't be needed going forward. Cacturne comes out, the second and last Pokémon with a Dark-type move, but that's why I made sure to have a Bug-type hidden power rather than, say, a Fighting one. With 4 times effectiveness, it's an easy one-shot. Shiftry comes out, but it's another Grass-type Pokémon, so history repeats itself. He is really fast though, so I had to make sure to invest enough EV on my speed. Crawdaunt can only hit me with Surf, but the AI is dumb and will almost always use Swords Dance, even if Shuppet cannot be hit by Crawdaunt's physical moves. I am not complaining. Here's another move I never had the chance to use before this one, Snatch. Snatch always goes first, and if the opponent uses a setup move, it will steal the effect. So now, my Shuppet has a +2 attack, and this means that, despite his good physical defense, Crawdaunt is out of the game in 1 hit. Absol is last, but Ambolane outspeeds and of course one-shots with hidden power. You would expect a match with a type disadvantage to be harder. We'll see if Phoebe has something more to offer. But first, Ambolane did her job, so it's time for her to retire and evolve in a really cool Banette. I can say the fight against Phoebe is particularly difficult, but I really like this strategy. First is Dusclops, and due to my abysmal defense, she sees a kill with Shadow Punch and won't waste time with Protect like usual. I easily outspeed and one Shadow Ball just barely takes her down. The first Banette comes out, and there's no doubt I would die from Shadow Ball, but Fatso is faster and one-shots with his own Shadow Ball. The second Banette does just as much, and that's the maximum flex a pre-evolution can do, if you ask me. But now, the second Dusclops comes out, and it's bulkier than the first one, so even if I leveled up, there's no way I can one-shot. Lucky for me, this Dusclops has Shadow Ball instead of Shadow Punch, and while it deals more damage, I can use Imprison to seal the move. Now that Dusclops cannot hit me with her strongest attack, I won't die in 1 hit, unless it crits, so I have all the time to land 2 Shadow Balls for the kill. Sableye is last, and I really love this one. Apart from Double Team, I made sure to have the exact same moveset, and this means that, due to Imprison, she can only use Double Team. Icing on the cake, I have Feint Attack, so if I need, I can even ignore her high evasiveness. I'll just let the rest of the fight play, and once Fatso gets his deserved evolution, we'll move on to Glacia. If you have seen the fight against Norman in the Shuppet vs Gym Leaders video, you'll experience some kind of deja vu. Glacia sends her level 50 Celia first, which can only damage me with Ice Ball. She will also always set up Hail whenever she can, so I have 2 free turns to set up Calmine before getting hit by Ice Ball. Once that happens, I immediately use Mimic to copy the move. Now I can simply use Imprism, and this Celia won't have any way of damaging me. This means I can set up as many Calmine as I need, with the Hail damage as my only concern. With such a strong setup, Thunderbolt is able to sweep Glacia's entire team. I always find cool when a weak Pokémon without even overleveling is able to sweep a strong team like Glacia's. Drake is more problematic than the previous Elite Four members. With that said, with the right strategy, it's doable. Shelgon is first, and once he wastes the first turn with Protect, he will most of the times try to slow me down with Rock Tomb. The substitute prevents the speed drop, and I made sure to be tanky enough so that it won't break in one hit. I have to set up Calmine every time I get the chance. It's not just to boost my special attack, but I also need to resist Shelgon's Dragon Claw. I also cannot tank Rock Tombs forever, so once he uses it again, I use Spite. It only has 10 PP, so it's not long until he runs out. The goal now is to set up all the remaining Calmine and Mimic Dragon Claw. A move copied by Mimic only gets 5 PP, so I also have to make sure Shelgon doesn't have any Protect left, or I could not be able to finish this battle. Once all of that is done, I must make sure to have a substitute up before killing Shelgon, and you'll see the reason soon. Flagon is next, and I'm faster by just a single point. Anyway, it obviously goes down in one hit. Thanks to the substitute, I can tank an otherwise fatal hit, and then one Dragon Claw does the job. Altaria has pretty good special defense, but I just have too much of a boost, so he has no chance of surviving. Kindred is last, and for once, he's not a problem. 5 Dragon Claws, 5 down. I'd say Stretch did an amazing job and can retire as a fully evolved Banette. Once again, Wallace deserves the title of champion, being for sure more difficult than any member of the Elite Four. First is Wailord, and if I want to have a chance to defeat the rest of the team, I must set up against him. He cannot kill me in one hit, especially after one Calm Mind, but luckily he chooses to set up Rain Dance instead. The way he behaves is not consistent at all, but this is the best case scenario, because now I can hit him with a 100% accurate Thunder. With a +1 special attack, I will always bring Wailord down to red. Since Water Spout deals damage based on the user's HP, I now only take an embarrassing amount of damage. While Wallace uses a full restore, I use Spy to drain the remaining 4 Water Spout PP, and now Wailord will start using Blizzard, which, just like Water Spout, only has 5 PP total. His other damaging move is Double Edge, and Shuppet is immune to it, so you see that we are preparing for the perfect setup situation. Even with 6 Calm Mind, it's still impossible to sweep Wallace's entire team, but the huge special defense buff and the Shell Bell give great survivability. There's not much more to say about this battle, so I'll just let you enjoy some quality Gen 3 champion music. This was probably one of the smoothest league challenge I've ever done, which is really surprising considering that Shuppet doesn't even have 300 base stats. I guess its moveset is just that good, and of course Ghost is a great typing for these challenges. I really enjoyed playing through this one, and I hope you enjoyed watching just as much. If you have any suggestion or even some feedback you want to share, please let me know in the comments. I'm thinking that for the next challenge I'll try a Flagon Solo Run. I'm sure it would be fun to finally use a dragon type. Or maybe I'll begin the Starter Saga, who knows. For now, back to theory crafting.